Mr. Rotemeyer's Neighborhood March Edition. I hope this webcast finds you well and enjoying some warmer weather on the way. We've had a terrific month of learning here at Byron Elementary School, and I just want to thank all of our students and all of our teachers for putting in a wonderful third quarter of school. I'm not real sure where that quarter went. It's hard to believe that the fourth quarter is upon us already, and I know that will only go by more quickly than this last one. So thank you to our students, thank you to our staff, and certainly thank you our parents for the support and the great work we've done this past quarter. Before I get into my message of the month, I want to also personally thank you, our community, for getting out to vote for our bond for the new school this past month. The support that you continue to show our school district is so appreciated, and I'm so pleased and happy to be working in a community that puts education first and counts education as a priority within the community. So thank you for your support. I'm so excited to see the learning this new facility will provide our students for years and years to come in the Byron community. As we move into the month of April, as you know, in addition to growing great kids, we also are a data-driven school, and what I mean by that is it's important for us to gather information on the learning that's taking place throughout the year. And to do that, we rely on several important assessments that our students will be taking here this spring. One of them is the MCA assessment. The Minnesota Comprehensive Assessment is taken by our 3rd and 4th grade students only, and it measures the learning that has taken place connected to our Minnesota state standards. And so our 3rd and 4th grade students will be taking a reading and a math assessment this spring to measure whether or not they have met the requirements for the Minnesota state standards. All of our kids, 1st through 4th grade, participate in the NWEA or MAP assessment. If you recall, we mentioned last fall that no longer are we taking the MAP assessment fall, spring. We are just moving that assessment to the spring. And so the MAP assessment really measures growth, and so we will be looking at the growth that our kids have made in math and reading from last spring to this spring, and we're excited to see the terrific individual growth that our students have made this year. And then the last standardized assessment that our students participate in is called the Ames Web Benchmark Screener. It is a screener in that it doesn't go as deep as the MCA or the NWA MAP test, but it is important information that we use to glean whether or not our students are continuing to make the progress that we want them to make in reading and in math. And students in grades kindergarten through 4th grade will be participating in the Ames Web Math and Reading Benchmark Screener. All of this information, of course, is important. However, you play an important role as parents as well. There are things that you can do to make these assessments and have our kids be as prepared as they can for these assessments. First and foremost, just ensuring that our kids are getting a good night's sleep and a nutritious breakfast in the morning when they wake up before they come to school. Research has shown that kids who get at least 8 to 10 hours of sleep each night and are getting a healthy, nutritious breakfast in the morning are better successful, not just with assessments, but in school in general. Another piece that you can part that you can play in our assessments is just making sure that our kids are here at school and are here at time, on time. Students who arrive late, they have a tendency to have more anxiety. They have a tendency to just, in general, be late throughout the day and playing catch up. And so it's important that they're here on time and that you schedule those other appointments around those assessment opportunities. And then, of course, probably the most important role that you play as parents is really to reassure your students and take any unnecessary anxiety away from them. As important as these assessments are, they have no bearing on a child's grades. They have no bearing on whether or not a child moves to the next grade level. And so it's important to let your children know that all we're asking for is that they do their best, that they try their best, and that we'll let their learning do the rest. And I'm confident that our kids will do a wonderful job. But please know these assessments are a snapshot of what they know in that moment of time. And we certainly, as educators, understand that an assessment doesn't define a student or a student's learning throughout the year. All of these important assessments will be shared with you before your child leaves for summer break. Your child's teacher should be communicating with you when those assessments are. If you have any questions regarding AIMSweb, NWA MAP, or the MCA assessment and how we use that information, please contact your child's teacher. You can certainly contact me, and we'd be happy to explain the what and the why behind why we take those things. So with that, I just want to wish you a wonderful month of April. Again, if you have any other questions, feel free to contact us here at school. We appreciate your support. Be a star.